So before we go to the things that we would like to share, just a brief background that we're HIRAYA Collective for the Blind. We're here in the Philippines. I don't know which time zones you are in, but yeah, we're here in Asia. We're a collective, a community of blind and sighted individuals. We co-create and co-design accessible, inclusive spaces for learning, creativity, and innovation. Usually we host multisensory learning journeys, creative residencies, community workshops, such as like disability sensitivity or accessibility sessions. And we really love co-creating with different communities in the Philippines and even beyond. So these are some of the themes that we do. Usually it's multisensory, like Lasap, which is the flavor and aroma. Galao is movement and rhythm. Saya is play and innovation. Aruga is wellness for all. Diwa is words and expressions. And Dama is imaging and sensing. So some of the activities that we do is usually like sports, leisure, arts. So like you can see here, there's archery photos, we do pottery, meditation, surfing, cooking, going to markets and going to cafes. We also do like tactile painting, spoken poetry, accessible games. So as you can see here in the photo, yeah, we love also doing circles. So I think if we're in person, we'll be in a circle. So yeah, we love to hang out, to be together. Usually in the blind community, there's a lot of activities within the blind community, but we'd love to meet different communities and co-create together and yeah, and imagine things and do things together. So from partying to like co-learning, name it, we'd love to try it. So as an icebreaker, we'd love to do like a quick breakout group if it's possible, like maybe 2 by 2. Like what's your favorite consume media? And maybe also share, let's do it together. Like have you interacted with a person with visual impairment? Is it Adina, is it possible to do a breakout group? Or we
Yes,
can
I'm
also do it here.
just trying to see how many people are there to see how many groups if two in a group. So
Or 3 is okay also, as long as from Hiraya, we're all in different groups so that we can.
I think well, let me see. I think I can uh,
Until what time are we? Are we in 8:30? I think we can yeah, change a little bit. Maybe we can open the space to just share if there's anything that you want to share. So our first icebreaker question, first and second icebreaker question is like, is there any like favorite medium or that you're consuming, like games or like films? Because we'd love to share a little bit about accessibility afterwards. So that's why we're asking this question. And if ever, have you had any encounter or interaction with our blind community? So that would be an interesting question. We can also start from here, I Collective. We can also share our visual acuity so that they will understand also where we're coming from. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I can start. So it's me, Bev. My visual acuity is low vision. So I was born low vision due to corneal opacity. So to answer the first question, my favorite media to consume or type of media would be books. I love reading books. I'm a sucker for anything romance and especially historical romance. I love reading about the like Regency era, London Regency. So yeah. Should I pass the ball or volunteer? Okay.
Audio now unmuted alert. Meeting tools window.
Yes, hello, hi. My name is
Everyone has joined the meeting alert.
my name is Richard. You can call me Aki. My visual acuity is totally blind. So my case was retinal detachment secondary to encephalitis. So basically my brain swollen and it pinched the veins to my retina. I lost my eyesight last 2021. To answer the first question, the media that I consume is it's all about music. So it's YouTube or Spotify, listening to pop songs, pop rock, and everything. Um, yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is John Michael. You can call me JM. My visual acuity is my left eye is totally blind and my right eye has light perception. And I got blind last 2021 due to retinal detachment secondary to tuberculosis uveitis. It's a type of tuberculosis wherein the part of the eye called uvea is being affected. And to answer the first question, the type of media that I mostly consume is social media or say Facebook and YouTube, since I'm not a fan of reading a lot of books or other games. So I mostly consume social media and yeah, YouTube. So that's it for me.
As for me, hi everyone, I'm Eva. I'm right eye blind and left eye blurry. So I was excited to be born at 6 months. It's called the retinopathy of prematurity. So yeah, I was out early. Wanted to party early. So anyway, yeah, my favorite media, actually I love Netflix. And a lot of our friends in the blind community, we love Netflix. Later you will have a glimpse of what audio description is. So it's very helpful for watching yeah, these kinds of media. So yeah, maybe if there's any one or two friends here from outside HIRAYA Collective can share what's your favorite media, and also if you have any experience or any encounters or interactions with our blind community. So we're just curious about what was the context and what was your story. Yeah, feel free to share.
Okay, I can go. So, hello everyone. I am Pooja and I'm from India. Um, so my favorite is like I mean I love watching YouTube because it gives me a lot of knowledge regarding different topics, which really help me go ahead in life. And also social media because I stay up to date with what's happening around. So my encounter, of course, was with HIRAYA. I met them in REC 3.0 and 3.0, and I hosted the session last year, and somehow Eva and I clicked. And for a month, I was in the Philippines with them. So that changed my life completely because just seeing how beautifully, they manage themselves is like they are well trained rather than I am. They are so disciplined, they know what to do when. And it's just hats off for them because we did a session called Letters of Healing where we had Vanessa, Miss Butterfly, who had a session last night for poetry. So she was also there along with us. And we were there together where we created poems. We had like different sessions where we were on the beach. We all just spent, time together co-creating stories. We actually exchanged cultures as well. The food, it was just I am really out of words. I don't know how to express it right now. It's just, we also went to different colleges where we had open mic sessions and it was a spoken poetry session. It was the poetry month, actually, that was being celebrated in different colleges. And yeah, it just, changed my life, to be honest. I mean, I was just taking things for granted when I was like, okay, I'm healthy, I'm fine. And then, you see the other side of the world. I'm like, I am grateful for what I have. So yeah, it was, and you just felt a part of them. You weren't like, oh, okay, I'm okay. But you still felt a part of them. I don't know how to express this, but you were different, but you will get the same, just being with them. And the way they are independent is something, it's worth being with them. I really miss you guys. I mean, you should come to India now. I say there enough. You have to come to India with me right now.
Our turn to go there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pooja.
I can respond as well. Should I say something also? Yeah, as just a participant in the session. So I'm afraid I first of all didn't know the term visual acuity, which probably is also because I am sighted, and so I didn't need to know about that. So now I'm learning. So I haven't got an impairment with my vision. My favorite consumed media, I actually sort of try not to consume media. I don't know if that's possible. I try not to look at the mainstream media. I do listen to quite a lot of podcasts. I got into that a few years ago. So that's probably definitely a consumed media. And I like walking or driving or doing the washing up and listening. I think I actually like the feeling of being connected. It's like I actually feel like I'm sort of, it's almost like having relating to the person doing the podcast sometimes. And I don't feel I have a lot of interaction. Like I was struck by, I hear this question of how can we in all of our different communities interact together? Sometimes it's like we're all in our own communities and maybe you in HIRAYA or you're doing your activities, but then we want wider connections. So for me, I don't actually know many people with a visual impairment, but one way I have interacted is I work with the Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission in this country in Ireland, and I realized one of my colleagues there has a visual impairment because when we were working, and because they hire people with different disabilities, but I didn't know she's partially sighted, and when we were working, then I saw she was had to look very closely at her device, her phone or her tablet, and she had a very large text, and that's how I learned. She didn't tell me, but then we talked about it. So I haven't had many interactions, and I would like to have more, and I'd like us all to connect together, and that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Thank you for the sharings, and we'd love to hear everyone. I hope we have like the whole day, because definitely with explore something that we can share commonly. So thank you, Ali and Pooja. So I'll share my screen. And can you see it? So Bev?
Yes, it's visible. Okay. All right. So now, speaking of media, um, so just a bit of a segue. So talking about visual acuity. So in the blind community, blindness is a spectrum. So, many has this misconception about when you say blind or visually impaired, it's automatic that you would think about people who has total blindness. Contrary to that, more or a lot of visually impaired people actually has or have remaining sight. So yeah, that's where the visual acuity um came from. So yeah. Anyway, let's proceed with the next part, which would be audio description or AD. So Eva mentioned about film that she likes film or watching um audio visual media, and that's also one of the misconceptions um about our community, that when you say blind, we can't consume any type of visual media. So that is a myth, of course, but it's possible for us to consume media because of audio description. So of course, films, TV series are considered very visual, right? Like we have the body language, the non-verbal cues or the scenes wherein the music would just play, and then there would be like a scene that we might um what do you call this, that we might miss because we can't see it. So um what we have here is audio description. So it's like a narration. So it describes the scene, the all the visual things. So audio description, yeah, that's narrates the relevant visual information in a video or performance. So today we will let you experience audio description. So um we'll play a video. So that's the first one. So um just listen to the video, and then we'll have like one person to share their experience. So yeah. I think it does it
Can you
have,
hear?
no, we can't
Don't
hear it.
hear.
um, Can you hear it? No.
No.
No, I think
You
Nita
know,
to check
you
audio.
know, Ava, if you stop sharing and then share again, and there should be a little box on the right or the bottom where it says share sound, and if you tick that, maybe we'll be able to hear it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not that one.
It's before you share screen on Zoom. You know, it's the Zoom share screen. Yeah, so when you click that green button, and just before you click again, is there a little box on the right-hand side or the bottom?
This one?
A little blue tick box, share sound.
Oh, I think I don't have it.
Oh,
I
okay.
cannot see it.
Oh no.
Maybe if Beverly, can you share
Okay, I'll
yours? Yeah. I cannot find it here.
Mm.
So share sound.
Just a tiny little box, yeah.
Use them. Okay. So let's try this.
We can hear.
Ooh. Hello.
Beverly, we can hear you.
Oh yeah, Beverly, you just need to move the boom of your mic back to your mouth, could you?
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
There you go. So, any volunteer who wants to share their experience while watching the video?
Just to say, Beverly, I was a bit confused because I didn't hear any audio description, but
Mm,
it was,
yeah.
I really had my own images of whatever was happening with the music and the panting and the thumping and, so I realized I had an inner image, my own dream of what was happening. But I didn't, I thought you were telling us about an audio description function that I didn't hear that there.
Yes, that's correct. So this part of the video, this doesn't have any audio description yet. So this is the trailer of a certain movie without audio description. So thank you for sharing that. That you have your like own images, like how you imagine the scenes would be. So yeah. Okay. So not sure if any one of you can already tell what movie this is. Okay. So we'll let you watch another video. So this one has audio description. Uh, okay.
From the creators of Tangled and Wreck-It Ralph, Disney. A carrot-nosed, coal-eyed snowman shuffles up to a purple flower peeping out of deep snow.
Ooh, hello.
He takes a deep sniff. His nose lands on a frozen pond. A reindeer looks up and pants like a dog. Seeing the reindeer slip on the ice, the snowman smiles and moves towards him, though actually he's running on the spot. The reindeer falls on his chin. The snowman uses his arm as a crutch. The reindeer paddles his front legs. Head over heels, the snowman crawls along the ice. The reindeer does the breaststroke. The snowman rolls his body, but flips onto his back. The reindeer's tongue sticks to the ice. The snowman hurls his head. Twig arm and reindeer lips tug at the carrot. The carrot flies off and lands in soft snow. The reindeer goes after it with snowman and his body parts hanging on his tail. The snowman puts himself back together again and glumly contemplates his noseless state. The reindeer jams the carrot back in place and pants like a proud puppy. The snowman pats him with his stick-thin arm, then goes to sneeze. He grabs his nose with both hands. His head shoots off. Frozen, coming this winter in 3D.
All right. So that's a video with audio description. So it's a trailer of Frozen. Frozen 2. Okay, so does anyone have like what do you think about the audio description? Were you able to better imagine what's happening on the screen?
I have to say, what I love about that is that they actually have done the audio description in a artistic way that completely chimes with the film, which is so, thank goodness, like, because you could just imagine if it was just a very dry voice, like this
Right.
is just a function. But that's not why we're watching a film. We're watching it to be part of the poetry in the theater. So
Yes.
I don't know, I thought it worked really well to me. I loved the way it connected with the sounds of the film.
Thank you for that. And that's a very good observation, actually. That's part of the production part of an AD of or making an AD. It has to match the overall theme of the movie, so for it to be effective. Okay, so for the last video, we'll have both the audio description and the visual. So in this way, both sighted and the impaired or the blind community can watch film together. So
From the creators of Tangled and Wreck-It Ralph, Disney. A carrot-nosed, coal-eyed snowman shuffles up to a purple flower peeping out of deep snow.
Ooh, hello.
He takes a deep sniff. His nose lands on a frozen pond. A reindeer looks up and pants like a dog. Seeing the reindeer slip on the ice, the snowman smiles and moves towards him, though actually he's running on the spot. The reindeer falls on his chin. The snowman uses his arm as a crutch. The reindeer paddles his front legs. Head over heels, the snowman crawls along the ice. The reindeer does the breaststroke. The snowman rolls his body, but flips onto his back. The reindeer's tongue sticks to the ice. The snowman hurls his head. Twig arm and reindeer lips tug at the carrot. The carrot flies off and lands in soft snow. The reindeer goes after it with snowman and his body parts hanging on his tail. The snowman puts himself back together again and glumly contemplates his noseless state. The reindeer jams the carrot back in place and pants like a proud puppy. The snowman pats him with his stick-thin arm, then goes to sneeze. He grabs his nose with both hands. His head shoots off. Frozen, coming this winter in 3D.
all right, so that's audio description with visual. So yeah, it's really possible for us to consume visual media together with our sighted friends and family members. So that's audio description. Okay. Okay. Let's go to. So you can actually turn it on Netflix. So not all movies and series has audio description, but you can check it under audio and subtitles. So it say English audio description, and you can try watching it with AD or with that narration. So yeah. Oh, if you have any questions, you can also drop it in on our chat, or you can also, yeah, okay. So we also have this, like a repository of all movies and series that have audio description. So this is usually the go-to place of our visually impaired friends when they want to watch movies or series. Okay. So now we'll proceed with what we call alt text. So in movies and series or films, we have audio description. Um, on images, photos, or pictures, we have what we call alternative text. So I think we could have just one photo. Would that be okay, Eva, if we can have only one photo for them
Yeah,
to
we
describe?
can, because
Yeah,
we're short of time, but
for the time,
yes,
yes.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, so let's have this one. So can anyone describe what you see on the screen? Just describe what you see. Uh,
I'm happy to
Um,
keep speaking, but also if others want to. I know some people are colleagues. Shall I say something or?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I see a sentence that is got a yellow highlight, like with a highlighter pen, and then it's like it's a quote, and there's the name of the person that said this sentence below on a white background. I actually can't see very well on Zoom, but it's white with maybe small dotted background, and the name of the website in the top right, and then a little logo in the top left of a little doggy.
Okay, thank you for that description. So does anyone have any other way to describe what you can see?
I think if you keep focusing the entire or at least the half of the sheet which has white and black dots, a small, short, tiny dots. If I like really focus and see it.
All right, thank you. So actually, our challenge here is what if you have like a totally blind colleague or totally blind friend? How would you describe this image to them in a way that like the information that you get as a sighted person would also be given to the visually impaired? So in this case, what's important to describe here is the text itself. So I think we have a text here that says art is not what you see, but what you make others see. So uh, the earlier description was also very accurate because it was described that this has a yellow highlight or yellow background. So you can just say it's a black text on a yellow background that says blah, blah, blah. So just describe what you see. So that's alt text. Most social media platforms has their own built-in auto-generated alt text like Facebook. But you can also have it edited. So you can edit your alt text. So before you upload a photo on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, you can put alt text. So alt text can't be seen by the naked eye, but it can be accessed by our assistive technology called a screen reader. So it's a software that provides spoken feedback. So for example, if the screen reader goes over the image, it will read the alt text. So the visually impaired would have an idea of what's in the photo. So in that way, we would be able to, for example, react on the photo, have comments, and interact with our friends and family. So that's the power of alternative text. So yeah, and to again help us as visually impaired to have like better idea of what's in the image, we also have a tool that we use. So we'll have JM to discuss the next part. Miss Eva, is it okay for you to reshare your screen?
Sure,
Or
sure.
else? Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, Bev, for that information about audio description and the alt text. So these two things help us to be independent when it comes to accessing social media such as Netflix, Facebook, and such. Now I'll be introducing a certain app, and this has been very helpful, especially with the blind community. It's called Be My Eyes. So initially, this app can be installed on iOS. On initially, it's just for the iOS users. However, since a lot of users in the blind community has been demanding for it to be on to be available on Android as well. Now I think it's already available on Android as well. So this app, when it was first shared to the public, the initial purpose of this app is as the name implies, be my eyes. So a blind person or someone in the blind community can use the app to call a volunteer, and that person can describe things to them on a video conference. So initially that was the purpose of, or that's the how the app works. So a blind person calls a volunteer on the app, and then that volunteer describes the what the screen of the blind person. However, due to the fast-facing innovations with our technology and the implication or the use of AI with our systems, Be My Eyes has been also dealt with, or integrated with an AI. It's called Be My AI. Now, aside from calling a volunteer on the app, but also helpful, now you can describe photos on the app. All you have to do is just take a photo on the app, and it will describe what's on the screen or what photo you took. So just like audio description and alt text, it gives us independence when it comes to describing things. So it will show us what the screen look like or what the photo look like. It will describe what's our surroundings, and it will also describe the text. So basically, this app really helps us when it comes to providing independence on our everyday living, so that we don't need so much distance with the sighted community in order for us to, say, for example, take a look on the outfit that we are going to use. Because just to share, before, the very purpose of, because I'm not confident in using video conference in order to ask assistance. So um I felt ecstatic when the AI was integrated on the app, because I can take a photo of for example, the shirt that I want to use and the shorts or pants that I wanted to use as well. And all I have to do, since it's there's AI on the app, all I have to do is just ask if the shirt is a match on the pants, or if it has dirt on it or whatsoever. Or say, for example, I also use this in such a way that I ask what medicine am I holding, or what kitchen staff am I holding. So, as I mentioned earlier, this app is not just for the blind community, because as as per my knowledge, last August of this year, there are almost 700 users of or from the blind community, and there are about 7.5 million volunteers all over the world. So, it is very helpful, especially with the blind community, and not just with the blind community, since um audio description and alt text is currently evolving in the social media. um some sighted individuals or some sighted group who advocates for inclusivity for the blind community also uses this Be My AI in order for them to get a description of what's on the screen, and they use it as the alt text or the description they'll be using on their social medias. And yeah, so if you will be downloading the app, you can search it on the App Store and Google Play Store. And then once you install the app, on the first part, you will be asked if you wanted to have, or you want to ask help, or you wanted to be a volunteer. And once you are on the app, you will be receiving, or if you tag yourself available, and once a blind person or one in the blind community asks for help, you will be notified. And if you can assist that person, yeah, you can. They will be very helpful with the blind community. Actually, there was a story from one of the members of the HIRAYA collective as well, wherein she got lost during one of their um, activities, and um she was alone that time, and then she used this app Be My Eyes in order for her to get assistance, in order for her to get back on their original place where they stay. So those are just few examples of how this app is very helpful with the blind community. Also, um if we may, I don't know if is it available on the screen, doc, the promotional picture that we have.
Uh,
If we can just share that one.
can you
Just
hear
to
me?
share.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, that.
Okay. Let's go to the beginning of the screen.
Yes. Yeah. So with
Okay.
this, I could.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the screen now.
All right. Thank you, Doc. So I could not share my screen with my phone since I'm using a laptop. But what I'll be sharing is the description of Be My Eyes or Be My AI on the picture that you are seeing on your screen right now. Just give me one moment. Is it there already?
Yes.
Yeah, there. Can anyone please read what is on I've sent a message on the chat box. This is the description of the app for the promotional picture that we have on the screen. If anyone can please read the description.
I can't see it yet, Jam.
Oh, sure, one moment. Uh, there.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Yeah, it's already in the chat now. I can read it. The image
Yes,
is a
please.
promotional poster for the Reimagining Education Conference 4.0, which is a partnership with the Ecoversities Alliance. The event is scheduled for October 24 to 27. So yeah, let's go towards the end. The poster encourages registration at the site Reimagining Education. The design includes abstract patterns and colors with blue and orange elements. So this is just from taking a photo of the poster on the screen. So this text was made by Be My AI.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much.
yeah, so you can take
Yeah.
any photo. You can download after this session. You can download Be My Eyes, and inside of it is Be My AI. Yeah, and you can just try it out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Doc. So if you will notice on the description that was provided by me, my AI, just like what Beverly said, it provides the relevant information what is on the picture, such as the text on the screen and other elements such as the graphics of those people included and few elements as well. So um, just like audio description as well and alt text, Be My AI has been a lot of help with describing things since um, visuals when it comes to around us. It's one of the things that we don't have. I mean, our visuals. So this Be My AI or Be My Eyes has been very helpful. Also, um, on the Be My Eyes as well, you will notice that it doesn't provide us with any description. Since on the promotional picture, you will see photos of us on that picture. So it will not provide you with any description of the person. I mean, it's physical pictures. Since it's an AI, it will just be giving you the relevant information on what's on the screen. And yeah, so if you will, if you wanted to, you can, as what Doc Eva said, you can download the app and you can be a volunteer in order for you to be able to assist any of the blind community who needs help with their everyday living. I mean, with everyday that they do. So this yeah, this app is very helpful to us. So also, since AI is integrated on the app, you can also make a conversation with the AI. Say, for example, you took a photo of a certain let's take this promotional picture, for example. Say, and you took a photo of that, and Be My AI describes you. There will be a button there wherein it will ask you, or a button that says "Ask More." And just like if you're familiar with AIs like Gemini or Chat GPTs, you can ask questions on the app itself, and then it will be providing you with all the necessary information that you wanted to know on the picture that you've taken. And additionally, if you wanted to also, if we wanted to describe an existing photo on our phones, all we have to do is I'm familiar with iOS because I'm an iOS user. And when I click on a photo, there will be a share button there. And then there will be an option to describe with Be My AI. So you don't have to take a photo of the photo already. That's the photo that's already existing. All you have to do is just somehow share it with Be My AI or Be My Eyes, and then it will give you a description. And then yeah, you can go from there. You can ask more of what are the things you wanted to know more about the photo. And so yeah, one maybe yeah, just like what I've shared earlier, the most powerful or most convenient way for me in using Be My AI is when I choose my outfit. So most of the time I just take a photo of my shirt and then ask Be My Eyes to check if it is a match with the pants that I'll be using as well as with the shoes that I'm using. So I don't need to ask assistance from a sighted person. I can choose my own outfit. I can probably say that the outfit is my outfit for the day, wherein I've chosen it independently. So yeah, that's Be My Eyes and Be My AI. Right now as well, if I may not forget, the app are also take partnership with lots of businesses and organizations. So once you have the app, you will also have their option to get help with the different organizations or service providers that has been in partner with Be My Eyes. So yeah, that's Be My Eyes, one of the accessibility tools that we are using that really helps us with accessibility. And the next part would Aki will be discussing
Audio now unmuted
the
alert.
accessible
Meeting
games that
tools.
we have.
Button.
So this is also a way for us to have independence and enjoy life as
Currently,
what sighted
all table.
person can do. So Aki, take it away.
All right. Thank you.
Here,
Um,
I would like to remind the time, be aware of the time. We're actually out of time already, but we can spend 10 more minutes. Yeah, time unfortunately is of essence.
Yeah,
all right.
maybe
I'll
5
make sure to
minutes,
do it
Aki.
very
Mhm.
quick. Yes. But I would like to check it. Am I audible now?
Yes.
All right. So the next part. By the way, thank you, Beverly and JM, for sharing us on how could we enjoy social media and how can we also enjoy the photos, even though we have a visual impairment. Now, the next step that the thing that I'll be discussing is the audio game. Most of the people or decided people, the 2020 vision people, thought that people with visual impairment could not do any games. It could be boring. But due to the technology, thank you, we have what we call the audio games. Audio game is an electronic or it's a digital game played on on a device like a mobile phone or a PC or a computer. So instead of giving more of the visual effects of it, it has a tactile and audible feedback. So it's just like an audio description or like the Be My AI. It will actually describe anything that you do on the platform or while you're actually gaming. Now, before moving to the next slide, I'll just give you a brief. Actually there's a lot of audio games now. If you search it on Google, I'll just give you some of it. So I have two examples for online audio games or the MMORPG. So we have the Miss World. It could only play using laptop or desktop using the screen reader. And we also have the Heart Stone. Hearthstone is a card collecting game. So each card has an hero, so you can unlock it. You can play with others, and you can also use the power of the card that you'll be using. The good thing about this is not only designed for people with visual impairment because primarily it was actually
Yachty
designed
has left the meeting
for
alert.
people with 2020 vision. So it has a good graphic. It has a good visual effects as well. And this can be played on mobile phone, iOS, Android. It can be played on Mac or Windows devices. There's also an offline games. So two good examples about this: the Blind Drive. It's an arcade where you could go to the traffic, bump to cars, and there's a police your car tail on you. And the next one is the Manamon 1, and the Manamon itself is like a Pokemon Go. But instead of using mobile phone, you'll be using laptop using with the screen reader. And nowadays, with the PlayStation or the video series games, we have also now the Mortal Kombat 1 and Last of Us. So it has also an accessibility feature. Now, moving in the next slide, the game that I am currently consuming is what you call the Night Manager. So with the Night Manager, I'll be showing it later on. I'll just keep on talking, so please bear with me because once I once I open the Night Manager and if I keep on talking, the device as well will keep on talking. There's actually two ways on how to play it. But first, you have to register on Amazon.com. So the credentials there, the login and the password, could actually be used on what you call the Alexa app or the Amazon Alexa app. So you can download it on iOS or on,
Alex, Elecotech Mexico Nomad has joined the meeting.
you can download it on Google Play and on the App Store. So once you log in, Night Manager is not an actual application or an actual game application. It's actually a skill inside the Amazon Alexa. Alexa or the Echo Dot device is an AI or assistive technology device that not only people with visual impairment is actually using. Now, before I open the Night Manager main goal is to turn your weeknight into a glorious night. From the word itself, you manage your own night. We hear a lot of stories about night, on how they became glorious, on how they fight in the battle. But this time, on the Night Manager, you will do it on yourself. It has a combat tournament, hunting tournament, and each level there is a task that's being unlocked, and how you will gain the level is actually by experience. So I'll be opening now the Night Manager. Um, I'm afraid that I have to keep on stopping it because I'll just actually just show you on how to play it. We will not go with the actual games as well, or we will not do the actual combat or the actual hunting because it will take time. So, Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, open Night Manager.
Welcome back to the game, Manager. There are now 2037 Night Managers in the game. He was challenged to battle 7 times. Among others, from Centurion Acadius and Legionnaire Princess Rhoda Ironside from Great Britain. Fabio Imamura defended against 3 enemies. Your knight Fabio Imamura has climbed up 2 places and is now at position 56 on the combat leaderboard D.
Alexa, stop. All right. So since I haven't
Take care.
since I haven't played the game for the last couple of hours, every time that I open the Night Manager, it will give me the brief description of what happened earlier, who are those hero that I fought with, and the current updates on it. So I have to stop it because it will actually give us all the updates. I just have to turn on it again. Alexa, open Night Manager. Alexa, open Night Manager.
Welcome back to the Fighting
Alex,
Arena Manager.
Elecotech Mexico Nomad has left the meeting alert.
Training with their warriors. Do you want to send Fabio Imamura into battle against an enemy knight? Or shall your knight head for the Arrow Factory?
Adventure.
Fabio Imamura follows your orders and ventures out of the castle into the great world.
Alexa, stop.
Eva Marie Wang has stopped screen share alert.
All right, so that is just one of the activity that you can do in the Night Manager. There's also a lot of it, so you can just go to Amazon.com and search for it, or Google it, or search it also in YouTube. There are a lot of activities that you can also do. Just like what I said, it's the combat and the hunting tournament. And yeah, that's actually for
From Eva
the
Marie Wang to everyone.
Oh,
Feel free to connect with us at HIRAYA Collective
Thank you.
gmail.com alert.
All right.
have-
Yeah, Visha.
I have a question. So
Yes.
I'm going to say a lot of it might whatever I'm going to say is going to sound stupid. But please see this as something that I am trying to learn from. So disability, I call it this is ability. I don't have a disability, but I used to have ADHD. And it was not something, it was a coping mechanism at that. Now you all have all of us living things have coping mechanisms, right? Default strategies that we go back to. So what I am asking you is, how do you think that making some, like, I'm asking you this, if I make a product, will you come and engage with it and show me the limitations of it, or how we can think about it differently? Because I have my frames, you have your frames, and our frames are very contradictory. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe there's some information in this. What my percept of this is ability is that what you have as an experience is different from what I have as an experience, and that can enhance my experience of things, because I'm able to see something that I was not able to develop for myself in interaction with you.
Yes, before handling it to Miss Eva, it's actually a good question. That's why we, the Hiraya Collective for the Blind, do collaborations with different organizations. So we could not just only say or state the limitations that we have, but we could also expound it to the best that we can and help them. Just like the audio description here in the Philippines, it's already ongoing. It's already on the I mean, they're trying to pass it in the bill. So
From Eva Marie 1 to everyone.
people with
Audio
visual
description alert.
impairment, not only people with visual impairment, even though those who are occasionally or yeah, I mean has limitations as well, could also consume the movie with audio description. So that's actually the key. We collaborated, and if you have actually a product, we love to come to you. We can have it on the table, and we can expound and do the things and exchange our talents or exchange our informations together. Thank you, Miss Eva.
Thank you, Aki. Yeah, definitely. I echo what Aki is saying. Like usually we're all in our own communities, but if we join together, there will be a lot of like discoveries that we'll have. Like for instance, some people when the first time they use audio description when they're watching films, they were like, oh, I didn't know that detail of the film because they were like focusing on something else, but the audio description is helping it. So definitely different products. Of course, there are pros and cons, even with Be My AI, for instance. There will be like digital ethics and stuff like that. But trying things out is the first step. Like being together in one space is the first step. That's why, having this space in reimagining education is very important for us because, it's not just like stories like heard from another space, but we're in this space together and kind of exploring with each other. So I know we don't have much time, as Adina is saying, but we put our like information about the collective, our deck. We're also on Instagram, and you can also give us like shoot an email in the chat. We definitely want to continue the conversation and hope we can meet you somewhere else. Maybe come to the Philippines, just like other friends from this space. So yeah. I guess we're here, and we'd love to hear your feedback or questions. So just send us a mail. So
yeah, I mean, just to say, I'm thinking, yeah, that what Vishwa asked, and your proposal at the beginning of how could communities interconnect more. I'm thinking, yeah, what like for me, I don't have a visual impairment, but what I would learn from you or gain in the experiences I have in life, like I actually. When we saw the final version of the film, the trailer of Frozen, with the audio description and the image, I sort of found the image a bit disappointing. Like I kind of preferred the audio description, you know. So it's just this idea of what I learned. And the other thing I learned is when I've been hosting online on Zoom, I've had colleagues that have said to me, oh, don't put things in the chat because it activates our screen readers and it gets a bit much having to follow the session and hear the screen reader. And then Aki, when you were presenting and your microphone was on, and if things got put in the chat, I could hear your screen reader speaking. And so I had a direct experience of, oh, that's what it's like when you're trying to lead a session and then things are coming through the screen reader at the same time. You know, so these are all learnings that I'm having thanks to the session that you're hosting today. And thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks everyone. It means a lot for us to share a space, and we'd love to meet you again. Vishva and Ali,
Vishwa.
Adina, yeah. So and the other
My name
friends.
my name means the world or the universe.
So let the world come here.
Yeah.
Thank
Alright.
you. Thank you, Eva, Beverly, Jan.
Yeah, maybe before we end, let's do another check out. A while ago we did a check in. Let's just have one word check out and then we're done.
Mama ruko, Uma teko.
So just one word.
Mangoes.
Mango. Anyone else?
Matches his t-shirt. I think I'm ending now curious, like curious about more.
Me, I'm satisfied. I was like, oh, who's gonna come but yeah, I'm really happy with being here.
My checkout word would be appreciation. I'd like to thank all of you for your interest with accessibility from the blind community.
Audio now unmuted alert.
My word earlier is tattoo. Now I give it as past tense, tattooed, because I know that this session leaves a remarkable experience to everyone. And hopefully, everyone could also embrace the diversity that we shared.
Thank you.
So my word would be forward. So just looking forward to what's next.